everyone, welcome to the All Heart channel. My name is Marcy Quint. As promised, I wanted to start today's video with all of the toys for my daughter. Now my daughter is 2 years old, and these toys are perfect for basically any toddler. So let's go ahead and start off with how I have the trays set out. So if you look at a lot of the Pinterest boards, or if you've been reading any of the Montessori books, you'll notice that a lot of times they want you to basically separate each toy into different areas. So I kind of want to say like different classifications of toys, just to make sure that they're spaced out, that they're not crowded. And oftentimes, if you can separate them into like separate individual trays, even better, because that way, like my daughter will go ahead and take down this tray, she'll set it down, she'll play with it, and then when she's done, she'll put it back on the tray, and then she'll go ahead and put it back in its designated spot. And a lot of what that does is it teaches them, you know, that everything is supposed to be in its proper place. It teaches them organization, and it also helps them focus, because then they're putting in most of their concentration on one toy at a time. So like for this one over here, I have 2 individual trays. So she has like her little shape sorters here, and then she's got the little individual trays like the triangle, she's got like the little square, she's got like the circle, and then the smaller size circle. So she already knows how to do a lot of these toys, but she still enjoys playing with them. So as soon as I see that she's not really utilizing some of these toys as often, then I do go ahead and switch them out. So on the bottom shelf, I've got some more of her little shape sorters. So she is actually really good at figuring out how to turn the shapes in order for them to fit into the house, and then she'll dump them back out, and then she'll start all over. So here in the center we have one of these little like sorting balls. So if you notice, you know, you pull the little drawer out, and then you have the little ball. Now I remember that when she first started playing with this toy, she'd always leave the drawer slightly open so that when she would roll the ball, it doesn't come all the way through. So it was really nice and, you know, satisfying for her when she finally learned to close the little drawer all the way, and that way the ball rolls all the way through, and there it is when she's done. So right next to that one, in this tray, this is absolutely one of her favorite toys. And the beauty about these Montessori and Waldorf toys is that you can really use them any way you want. I mean, yes, obviously the main purpose of this toy is to go ahead and, you know, sort them through the pole. But a lot of times, because they are open-ended, you know, my daughter will pretend like, hey, this is a donut, and she'll serve it to me on a plate, and we'll pretend to have, you know, different colored donuts. Or, you know, when we're working on colors, we'll use this to identify specific colors. And if you notice, like this one's a smaller round donut, and then this one's a larger one. So right now she's learning to stack them according to their size. So again, don't get stuck in the mind frame that a toy is only specific to one use, or that you're only allowed to play with it, you know, in one way. Like I said, the beauty about a lot of these open-ended toys is that you can kind of pick and choose how you want to play with them, and they're still gaining, you know, something educational from it. So on the top shelf here, I have a lot of their like loose parts. So like with these little shells, you know, again, it's like a sensory thing. You know, she loves being able to feel these. We play with these and make like little impressions in clay. Sometimes she'll serve them to me again. She'll like to make like a soup, and she'll put all of the shells in there. So I mean, having loose parts is really great, because again, they can use them however they want. Sometimes they'll, you know, create a little design with them on the floor, on the rug, So, you know, having loose parts I think is really great, and again, like an added benefit of using their imagination. And she does the same things for, you know, these little rocks that we have here in the little muffin tins. So on the top shelf we have some of like her Grimm's, you know, like little element toys. So she loves to play with these in collaboration with some of like the Holz-Tiger toys that I'm going to show you in just a second. But she's got like the little boat here. She's got her little play shark, and here, let me bring the camera just a little closer. So as you can see over here, she's got like her little mermaid. She's got her little crab friend, and then we have the little Holz-Tiger shark. So we like to play with these all together. So on this corner over here is where, and I've kind of situated this in the center. So on that side I have a lot of like my son's toys, and then on this side is where I have a lot of my daughter's toys. So I kind of place this in the center because they both utilize these toys. And so each particular shelf has our little Holz-Tiger animals, and on this shelf I've kind of sorted them out by like classification of where they would live. So like these, those are all like the dinosaur era toys. And over here on this side we have all of like our farm animals, like our horse, our rooster, our sheep, our cat, dogs, cow, there we go, pig. So again, it's perfect for teaching them their vocabulary, teaching them, you know, where the animals are supposed to live. And a lot of times when she pulls out a lot of these toys, I ask her, okay, well, where does the pig live? Does the pig live with the dinosaurs? No. Does the pig live with the, you know, safari animals? No. He lives on the farm. So we put them in that particular slot. And again, you know, you make a game out of it, and they're open-ended toys, and they're also learning how to organize their toys to keep, not only to keep things nice and tidy, but again, you know, classifying the little Holz-Tiger animals depending on, you know, their surrounding environment. So this one over here is all of our like woodland creatures. Like we have our little fox, our little bunny, baby bunny as well, our little squirrel, pine tree, and we've got reindeer, we've got porcupine, and we have the mama bear and baby bear in there too. And then on this very last slot we have more of our like exotic animals, like our giraffes, our lions, our, let me grab this, our like elephants and our zebras. So these toys, my daughter just loves to play with these toys. And my son too. That's why these toys are so great, and it's because they really can work for any age group. My son is 5, my daughter is 2, and they both play with these on a daily basis. So on the bottom shelf, and I know it's a little difficult for you to see on camera, I do have a few toys for my daughter. Like some of them, she loves to play with like these wooden Grimm balls, and she'll like roll them on the ground, or again, she'll pretend there's something else. And then we have like a big basket here where she keeps all of her little Holz-Tiger horses. So some of them have like the little wheels on them, and she'll wheel this around. She also has all of her like little princess wooden toys here as well. Like we have our little Snow White doll here. And then we have Princess and the Frog one. Here's our regular maiden doll. And then along with that, we'll have like our little horse and our little knight. So she'll play with these, and she'll bring out her little wooden castle, and she'll play with those together. So that's pretty much what I have in like the open bin areas. And then the other area, which I'm going to get to right now, is more for like the practical life side, which you find not only in Waldorf but also in Montessori. So let's go ahead and I'll show you what that is. And now we get down to our Waldorf play stand. And this, I think, is probably one of the most perfect gifts if you're looking at getting your son or daughter something, you know, like a bigger present. This is going to go a long way because they can really turn it into anything that they want. Sometimes this is like a bakery stand. Other times this is a house for her dolls. Right now they have it set up as like a little play kitchen. So they have, if you notice here, they've got like their little fruit, their vegetables, they have their play kitchen. They have like a little toaster. I can see that she's baking cookies right here. She has her little teacups and condiments. Over here is everything pertaining to dairy, and this has like fish and like other little meat groups. So it's like the perfect little toy for them to learn, you know, about exchange or currency, or how to the classification of what is a fruit, what is a vegetable, what goes in the dairy bin, what goes in the meat bin, and, you know, so on and so forth. But I mean, the possibilities are endless when it comes to the Waldorf play stands. And on the top here, we just have one of the larger rainbow play silks, but sometimes we change it out, and we have one that's like the night sky with like stars and constellations. So sometimes my son will place that in there when he pretends like he's an astronaut, and this will turn into his rocket ship. So over here to the left, we have my daughter's little doll area. And I mean, she loves rocking her dolly. She's got little clothes so that her dolly can change clothes. So one thing that I forgot, well, a couple things that I forgot to mention are actually over here to the side. So I've got two baskets here. The first one has a whole bunch of these little tile shapes. And what's great about these, you know, along as, you know, like the sensory development, but she's able to stack them. She's able to, you know, build them however she wants. And, you know, it's also shape recognition. This is a square. And, you know, we've got triangle. Like this one. This one also has sand. Let's see. This one has like little beads. My daughter loves playing with these and stacking them. And the cool thing about these is that for the ones that just have like the little color coordinating in them, like if you're able to mix them together, then you'll get like a new color. So then she starts learning, you know, how the colors work. So these are really, really great for her. And, you know, my son also takes them out and plays with them. And then in the larger bin, we've got some of her play silks in a whole bunch of different colors. And then we've got some of their like sensory balls. As you notice, they've got all of these like little grips on them, and she loves feeling these and throwing these around. And, you know, they're very, very soft, and the texture is just very interesting. So again, for sensory, these are absolutely perfect. And we just keep them here in these little bins, and it's easy for them to take them out and put them back in when they're done. So again, we've got the practical life. We've got the two bins with the geometric shapes. We've got her little station here with the different trays that she'll pull out and work with. And anytime that I feel like she's not utilizing those, then I'll go ahead and switch them out. And then on this side, She's got all of her little Holz-Tiger animal toys that are, are classified according to where they live. On the bottom, she's got her Holz-Tiger like princess and horse set, her Grimm's toys, and then over here we got another like color sorting toy. So she's able to put the corresponding bee into like the corresponding little beehive or honeycomb. So I think the last thing that I wanted to mention are like the Lego sets, and my daughter just had pulled them out. So she loves playing with these Lego sets, and these are like the larger, like chunkier Legos. So we just keep these in this basket, and she'll pull them out when she wants to play with them. And then we've got this little table here where she likes to color or draw, and we've got like the little rolling tray of paper. And again, if she's looking at wanting to color or draw, I keep everything at a lower level so that she's able to pick up like her crayons or markers, or she's got paper here. And then with supervision, obviously, I'll pull out some of the paint and then she can paint. And another toy that we have here for her is like her little clock. Like my son already knows how to tell time. And it's not so much that I'm teaching my 2-year-old how to tell time, but again, it's more for the purpose of her learning how to fit these individual shapes into their corresponding slots. And then also not only matching the color, but also matching the numbers. So it's number identification, it's shape identification, and it's, color identification as well. And then, down the line, once she understands the concept of those, then we'll go ahead and get into, learning how to tell time. I almost forgot about this one. So this one I got when my daughter turned 1, along with a lot of the toys that she has on her shelf back there. So this one, she'll put the ball through, she'll watch it drop. And I am not joking when I tell you that she would spend so much time on here. And I even went ahead and got her like the little cars. So when you drop the little cars in correctly, they'll drop and they'll turn around and they'll flip over and they'll keep going down. So she loves watching that go all the way down. So we got this for my daughter when she turned 1, and it is perfect for developing those motor skills. I mean, it was her absolute favorite, and I'll go ahead and insert some pictures of her using it, but she just absolutely loves this thing. And even my son, who is 5, I mean, this thing is super sturdy. They both love to play on it. And that's basically it. So again, I hope this video was informative, and if you have any questions, please type them down below. I'll make sure to answer back. If you have any suggestions on future videos, again, please let me know. And if you gained any information from this video, please go ahead and hit that like button, go ahead and subscribe, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified of future videos. So this month I've been focusing a lot more on like educational content. The rest of the month, at least 2-3 times a week, I will be posting videos in reference to how I'm homeschooling my children. I know that during this time, a lot of kids are being homeschooled, and sometimes it's difficult to see or to know what direction to really go with when it comes to teaching our kids. So I want to provide as much information as I can. But if you've got like little kids like I do, I really wouldn't stress too much about it. You'd be surprised what information they do gain just by playing. Yes, learning their letters and all that is super important, but they can learn those things through play. So it's just being able to utilize, what you have, and be open to being able to learn and teach in a different way. You'd really be surprised how much they enjoy it. So again, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will go ahead and leave you with that, and I'll go ahead and see you soon. Thanks again, guys. Bye.